morning, Andy.
Morning, Norm.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Now, we're not far from our project house.
No, we're not. We're actually 5 miles south on Narragansett Bay.
And this is one of your recent projects?
It is. This is a brand new house that we completed just a couple months ago.
Wow, it is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I would call it shingle style, would that be right?
Yeah, with a real heavy craftsman influence.
Right. Now, it's certainly more elaborate and detailed than what we're going to be doing on our Barrington house, but we still have the same building concerns. This house isn't very far from the water, so we have to use the right materials and you have to use the right building techniques.
Correct.
And when I look at this house, I see a lot of roof area up there and wood shingles, and horizontal rain could drive right under that.
Absolutely. What we used here was all copper flashing, a membrane on the whole roof, and an air gap with these nice thick red cedar shingles.
Right, so water's not going to get into the house.
No.
And the detail on this house is just beautiful. I mean, look at this entry porch. The rafters are exposed, nice details cut on the rafter tails, and a whole series of columns. But they don't sound like wood.
No, they're not. They're fiberglass made by a custom boat builder right here in Rhode Island.
No, those are going to hold up to the marine environment.
Absolutely.
And more copper here on top of these short walls.
Yeah, and the copper here really helps with water when it sets down on these flat spots that it won't get in and rot the wood.
Right, so it's protecting the wood beneath. And the whole house is wrapped in these beautiful red cedar shingles with nice woven corners. Nice job.
Thank you. And the red cedar shingles go right around the back. Can I show you around the back?
Sure. Well, this is a surprise. Our house has a walkout basement with a deck up above, but nothing like this. Look at all that masonry.
Yeah, we had a mason here for the better part of 11 months working on these self-supporting arches that match the barrel ceilings and the radius of those windows underneath there.
Wow, and it's capped off with a nice pergola.
Yeah, which gives it some good shading on that westward sun.
Well, another issue when you build close to the coast is using the correct windows, and there are plenty of windows on this house.
Yeah, and here we chose a really good quality window to prevent the migration of water and wind to the interior. And of course, using good flashings and a window pan to prevent that from happening.
Right, so the details that you don't see when the project is all finished are just as important as the details that you do see.
Absolutely. Let me take you inside.
Well, this entry porch certainly draws you right in. I can't wait to see the inside.
Very inviting.
Oh, look at this. I come in the front door and I can see all the way through the house out to Narragansett Bay.
Yeah, spectacular views.
And look at this entry hall. It soars right up into that cupola, and it brings in a lot of light.
Absolutely. In fact, at night, when that light is on, it looks like a lighthouse, which is appropriate because the homeowner is an avid sailor.
Really? So that explains all the nautical charts that are up on the wall.
That's right.
You know, I'm starting to sense a nautical theme here.
It sure is.
Look at these newels. It looks like something right out of an old yacht.
Yeah, and those are custom turned by a local craftsman.
Beautiful. Walnut?
Yes, it is.
And walnut on the floors?
Yes, and that is one of the special features of this house.
Well, you don't see that every day. Now, on this side of the house, it's an open floor plan end to end.
That's right, and it provides you with that wonderful western exposure. And this is where the family spends most of their time. Keeping with the nautical theme, notice this room back here. The homeowner jokes that he was never allowed into a yacht club, so we built him one.
All right, great idea. And look at this room. It's totally built out of mahogany.
It is. Raised panels, and with features like this concealed door.
Look at that. It looks like a paneled wall, but there's plenty of storage back here. And you have the beadboard on the ceiling set at a diagonal.
Yes, and you've got the crown molding, which really adds to it.
Right. This is a very comfortable room. You know, I like the coffered ceilings. It's really appropriate for a house like this.
It is. We did spend a lot of time putting that together. The molding detail is wonderful, but it really came out nice.
Yeah, it looks good. And more nautical light fixtures.
A light that was custom made for us by a company on Cape Cod.
Yeah. And this is one big kitchen and an island that I don't think I've ever seen one this big.
Soapstone countertops, and in this case, we had to bring this one in 2 pieces.
2 pieces. Okay, oh, there's a seam right there.
Didn't they do a great job putting that together?
You can barely see it. Now, how about the cabinetry? Where did that come from?
We have a millwork company right in Rhode Island that custom built these for us, and they actually did all the moldings as well. And Norm, these are hand painted in place.
Wait a minute. These are painted with a brush?
Yes, and we're hoping to use the same painter on our project in Barrington.
I hope so.
And look at this extraordinary hood, hand-hammered copper by a local craftsman.
Wow, that looks great. Well, you know, with this big open space, you can imagine a party going on here. Lots of people having a good time, enjoying the view.
Yeah, let me show you the room outside.
All right. Oh, I love outdoor spaces like this. If I lived in this house, I'd be out here all the time.
And the homeowners get a lot of use out of this space.
That's great. Well, Andy, it seems to me that you have all the resources we're going to need to do everything at our project in Barrington.
Yeah, I've got some great subcontractors that are looking forward to working on the Barrington project.
All right.